Regardless of whether Peter Obi leaves the party or not, because there are whispers out there that he might leave.
Well, if he leaves, will he now be a mobile squatter? No, anybody, any presidential aspirant in ADC, seeing what everybody is going through in ADC, that leaves ADC for another party. One, he's a mobile squatter. Then two, he is working for Tinubu. Because if...
Oh boy, Babachir Lawal, you are now a mobile squatter and you are now working for Tinubu. Kenneth Okoko never see anything. Yeah, don't blow. ADC never see anything. We told them, we said when Peter Obi leaves the ADC will crumble. It will crumble and scatter. Now wait till we see now. Guys, welcome to An African Perspective. Okay guys, welcome to another exciting episode of An African Perspective. And today on the show, we have a lot to talk about. Babachir Lawal exited the ADC yesterday and made several allegations against Atiku Abubakar. And I want us to take a deep dive into every allegation that he made. But first of all, before we go into the allegations, who is Babachir Lawal? Now, Babachir David Lawal was born on the 2nd of October 1954 and is a Nigerian politician who was secretary to the government of the Federation from 2015 to 2017. He was appointed on 27th of August 2015 by President Muhammadu Buhari. Lawal was suspended as secretary to government as the SGF by President Buhari on the 19th of April 2017 and was officially relieved of his duties on 30th of October 2017 for misappropriating funds intended for alleviating the food crisis in Nigeria's northeast caused largely by Boko Haram. If we all can remember, Babachir Lawal was the SGF who was sacked by Buhari for using 200 million to cut grass. This shows the personality already of Babachir Lawal. So I want us to listen to a conversation that Babachir Lawal had with Shehu Okinbaloye. I think it was yesterday. So let's listen to the interview between Shehu Okinbaloye and Babachir Lawal on Channels TV because he made many explosive allegations.
Yeah, can you confirm to us that you have left the ADC?
Confirmed.
Why did you leave?
First of all, I had issues with the congresses. You know, all along, people were saying that we formed the ADC because of Atiku. And he himself was going about lying to people that it is his party, they founded it. And so we're busy and I'm telling Nigerians that they didn't form ADC for a specific candidate. We're going to run free and fair primaries. So as the primaries approached, I noticed the strenuous effort the national chairman went through to say that there was a consensus. But each of the three candidates insisted that if there's going to be consensus, it must be him, or no consensus at all. So, since then, we're now all boxed into the corner. The only option left was primary election. And set up all the necessary structures within the time constraints available. I sent teams to go and conduct the primaries. Surprisingly, all over the place, Atiku and his people compromised almost everybody. And the results were doctored where there was primaries at all. They changed it. Where the result didn't favor them, they wrote what they wanted and declared the result. And everybody in ADC knows that that primaries was manipulated, was rigged massively, was doctored, it was just doctored. Everybody who participated knew it. Now, my worry was that everybody in ADC was behaving as if it is the normal thing to do. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody in ADC was behaving as if it is the normal thing to do. And I was shocked at this behavior because everybody was calling for peace, everybody was calling for... How can you reconcile with a coup? How can you reconcile with somebody who deliberately manipulated every other person out?
Wow.
How can you reconcile? On what basis? You know, you cannot reconcile the good and the bad because the result will be bad. And I know Atiku.
Yeah.
I've studied his antecedents. I've known his capabilities. And I realized that his presidency will be worse than Bola Tinubu. And I don't want to enter a situation in which I would regret wishing that I had not worked against Bola Tinubu. I didn't want a situation like that. I just realized that what the Nigeria we need is not available in the Atiku leadership.
Well, what options do you have now? Where are you heading now? What party are you joining now?
As we speak now, I am handing my cows. I'm hiding them now live. I wish I can tell the truth and show you. I'm waiting for the rainy season so we can start planting. There are other things I can do for Nigeria. I can focus on producing food. I can focus on my church. I can join group that can be fighting for justice, you know.
But
Everybody would also.
are you
God. Babachir Lawal. Nigerian politics, if it do you. He said he's going back to the farm, he's going back to church. Thank God. Anyways, on a more serious note, Nigerian politics is as dirty can be, because Babachir Lawal making these accusations now is shocking to me as a person. Everybody in Nigeria, except you just wanted to delude yourself, knew that the ADC was an SPV specially crafted for Atiku Abubakar to become president. So this one is now saying that he didn't know, he's going to be worse than Tinubu. Did Babachir not know that Atiku Abubakar is going to be a worse president than Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Did he not know? I've always said it that Atiku will be worse than Tinubu, because Atiku is 80 years old. By the ages that they've both submitted, Atiku is older than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm not laughing at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but you can see that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not physically fit. He falls almost everywhere he goes. Atiku spends most of his time in Dubai. Do we want to have a president who rules us from Dubai? That's the issue. And that was the problem we had with the ADC. We said, let the ADC conduct proper primaries. When people saw, including Peter Obi, when they saw that the ADC was not going to conduct primaries, what happened was that Peter Obi now left. Everybody began to foam at the mouth, including Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo began to spew. Kenneth Okonkwo's videos are so many. I would just like to even play one.
Oh, well, you recall that when I said I wasn't going to speak for him again, I said I will not speak for a man that I don't understand his position on important national issues. I said I will not speak for a man who, even if he wins and Nigerians give him his vote, he does not have what it takes. He does not have the capacity to even secure his own victory. So the issue of saying whether the coalition will be affected, the coalition will not be affected in any way. P2B, within 6 months, changed parties 3 times. You could recall, since he defected to NDC, I've not taken it as anything serious or anything relevant to bother myself. Because by December 30th, he was a member of Labour Party. By December 31st, he was a member of ADC. By May 3rd, he is a member of NDC. I am sure, if not for the restriction in the Electoral Act, before the close of the registration or the membership time, I'm sure he will be a member of another party. That is his nature. But let me say it. Changing parties is not what questions your capacity, your competence, or your character. It is the reason that you adduced for changing the party. P2B said, I don't have a problem with David Mark, meaning he didn't have a problem with the ADC. He said, I don't have a problem with Atiku Abubakar, meaning he does not have any problem with the aspirants. Then what is the reason he gave? He said, I don't like challenges. I don't like trouble. ADC is going through challenges, legal and otherwise. And I like to run away to where there is peace, to where there is no trouble. And I now ask, how can this same man ask Nigerians to entrust Nigeria in his care when Nigeria is the most challenged country in the world today? Nigeria is both physically and mentally challenged in all capacity. Nigeria is the 4th most terrorized nation on earth. Nigeria has borrowed itself to bankruptcy. Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, the bandits tie people on the tree and put fire.
All these things that Kenneth Okonkwo went around saying on national TV was just because Peter Obi left the ADC. It pained Kenneth Okonkwo that Peter Obi left the ADC. This is a fact. We are seeing everything play out today. That the ADC was a purpose vehicle, a special purpose vehicle for Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was the person who brought that party together for his own personal ambition. There was no way anybody was going to win the primaries. There was no way anybody was going to be the consensus candidate apart from Atiku Abubakar. So it's either Kenneth Okonkwo has decided to delude himself and lie to himself, because thank God for the internet, we can always remember the things that people say. This is what Kenneth Okonkwo had to say about Atiku Abubakar in 2023.
Atiku Abubakar is a man that has propensity for corruption, tendency to disloyalty, inability to say and speak the truth at all times. So he's a man who has propensity for poor judgment, belief and reliance in matter about, lack of transparency, a man who trusts in money to buy his way out in all situations, a man who has the readiness to sacrifice morality, integrity, propriety, truth, national interest for self and selfish interest. We are seeing it manifesting. It gives me goose pimples that Atiku has the national award in corrupting the generation before him and corrupting the generation after him. He said in that tape, I have advised Obasanjo against open corruption, meaning Atiku has been operating coded corruption, sacrificing innocent people and hiding.
Kenneth Okonkwo is a typical Nigerian politician because Kenneth Okonkwo can't tell me that. He said this in 2022, just prior to the 2023 elections. And between 2023 and now, Atiku has somehow changed. He has somehow become an angel. He's saying that Atiku Abubakar is somebody who is extremely corrupt. That is the same person that he's now supporting in 2026 to become the president in 2027. There is something fundamentally wrong with Nigerian politicians. They don't have any integrity. You see them move. You see somebody in APC move to NDC, from NDC, they move to APC, from APC, they just move around. No integrity, not to stand or not to stand for. Stay one place so that we know what you believe in, what you stand for. Let me play this interview between Kenneth and Sheung.
From the love of the people. When I want to take a decision, I look at what is right or wrong, what is true or false.
Mr. Okonkwo, you said Peter Obi was the best option for Nigeria in 2023.
I still maintain that.
Up until now.
In 2023.
But 2027,
yes.
Will you still work for Peter Obi?
You already know my stand on that.
You said you would not. That
whatever happened in 2023 should go with 2023.
You said Peter Obi, Bola Tinubu and Atiku should step aside.
I said it and I maintain it. Because in Nigeria, people will not give you their mandate and you treat it with levity. You must do everything decisively to secure it. Unfortunately, nature has bestowed on us the duty that in Nigeria you will not only win election, but you have to fight for your mandate. It has become part of our democratic.
So what party are you going to?
And remember, I told you that the indecisiveness of what happened in Labour Party was the last straw that broke the camel's back.
And you blame Peter Obi for it?
I blame everybody, including myself.
Kenneth Okonkwo's problem with Peter Obi in 2023 was that he didn't fight for his mandate. That the elections happened and he didn't come out to shout. He didn't come out to lead a protest. That is his main anger. Truthfully, looking back, because I also felt the same way. Many people felt the same way when Peter Obi said he was going to get justice through the courts. Because most of us know that the courts couldn't have done anything. We know that the courts are corrupt. We know that INEC is presently corrupt. I understand his sentiments, but to throw a man under the bus because he refused to fight is not in the temperament of Peter Obi to fight for things. He's a very peaceful man. You see it in his nature. He's a peaceful person. So all these attacks, I just kept throwing. I'm no longer supporting Peter Obi. I'm not doing this. Now here I don't clear. ADC has 3 presidential candidates. 3. Atiku Abubakar, one faction. Dumebi Kachuku, another faction. Chris Uba, another faction. 3. At the end of the day, the ADC may not even present a presidential candidate. One thing I suspect about Kenneth Okonkwo is probably maybe he wanted money, because Senator Victor Ume has come out to say that at a point he wanted money from Peter Obi and Peter Obi didn't give him the money on something like that. It's an allegation. But that's what Senator Victor Ume said. Maybe, just maybe that's why he's doing this. Probably Atiku is giving him money. Or probably it's an allegation. It's possible. Or probably Atiku has assured him of something. Because the way he's following Atiku's character is questionable. It has been questionable for a very long time. Atiku know they step down for anybody. Peter Obi knew this and he left. Now Babachir Lawal's eyes has been opened. Let me just play the concluding part of that interview, because there's a part where he says that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win flawlessly.
So what do you see for this coming election? You think Bola Tinubu has won it already?
Landslide.
You think Bola Tinubu will win this landslide?
Landslide. Everybody. If the parameter for winning the election in Nigeria is rigging, nobody can let's Bola Tinubu in this. If Atiku like his strength is in manipulating results, and this, I wish him luck. He will meet the master leader in the front in June. We will meet the master leader, so and then we are all the worse for it.
Okay.
That's our choice.
By the way, why did you call Atiku Kachala?
Because that is the title that people like Turji are putting their.
So Babachir Lawal says that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win 2027 election in a landslide if it is based on rigging. That's what he says. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu will only win if he rigs the election. And that's what everybody's expecting to happen, because we saw the APC primaries. We saw what happened during the APC primaries. We saw how they rigged the APC primaries. So it's not new. So the truth remains that the ADC was always going to come to this point. Forget, what's that other guy, Dele Momodu and all these people that are just foaming at the mouth, talking all kinds of things, accusing. They will stay there. You see that 2027 election, it is between the APC and the NDC. So let us not be confused or deterred or distracted by all this drama. drama. And this is where I just want to talk to you guys watching me right now. Please go and get your PVC. If we come out en masse, I'm telling you that they won't be able to read the election. That thing that they are planning will fail. Many people are still going to exit the ADC, so don't worry. By the time they go to court, come out, go to court, because ADC has to present a candidate. If not, they will not present any candidates. There are 3 candidates. They have to choose one. You can't have 3 candidates for one party, 3 presidential candidates for one party. It's not going to happen. So at the end of the day, one person is going to come out or nobody. So that's why I said that the next elections is between the APC and the NDC. So guys, please go out, get your PVC. Get your PVC and make sure that you show up to vote, and we will protect our votes in 2027. We are tired of the killings, the kidnappings, the bad economy, the hunger, the weaponized poverty, where people line up and then you are giving them meat. It has to end in 2027. If you have sold your conscience, it's fine. But remember that you have children, and your children are going to suffer the consequences of your actions long after you have left this earth. I wish ADC the best of luck. In the coming days, many more people are going to leave the ADC and the APC as well. There are going to be many more resignations and defections. So I wish those parties the best of luck. Okay guys, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the show today. Please do well to like, share and subscribe. It helps the algorithm to share my videos and to put it in the faces of more people. God bless you. I'll see you in the next episode of An African Perspective.